Before proceeding with anything, we want to put a disclaimer out there. Ali and I aren't here to inspire you. Surprise, surprise. You weren't expecting that, were you? We're here to tell you the story of a family who worked against the odds which were piled up to prevent them from getting the success that they wanted. We're here to share our story in hopes that you can make your community more inclusive, in hopes that some small tidbits of our journey will help you as you plan your journey. Growing up, we understood two things even before we understood our identities or developed our dreams. The first thing was that we were blind. The second thing was that we needed to be independent, completely independent, if we wanted a quality life.
As I was a kid, I used to go to the playground. I was a very active kid, I must say. I loved playing sport. I loved playing cricket. I loved playing football. I loved just being around my peers. What they used to tell me, na khelo, chot lag jayegi. And I used to be like, दूसरे बच्चों का भी तो हाथ टूटता है, उनका भी तो सर फटता है. Why aren't they stopped? Why are they stopping me? And then I realized that they're perceived differently and we're perceived differently to begin with. And there's where my life had this particular introduction of discrimination and differentiation in society, where my particular falling down was different from that particular 8-year-old who's playing next to me. Moreover, as per independence, this was ingrained within us from a very little age. We studied at private schools that were English medium. I'm not going to name any institution over here. Despite all of this, in Pakistan, there's no system of orientation. There's no system of mobility training. We were expected to be at the class despite whatever odds we had to face. This was an expectation that was innate, and we trained ourselves to do this. Despite all of this, both of us loved speaking, so we had a public speaking career. We had to go to different schools, did a lot of public speaking. The same was expected over there from us. I remember my first ever speech. I asked the judge, can my teammate tell me the time in between my speech? This system is so unprepared. They were like, no, you cannot hear the time. So we were told to stay abreast with people, and we were told that without independence, you cannot reach success in any way.
Ali and I adapted our personalities, our way of working, उस दुनिया में रहने के लिए जो दुनिया prepared नहीं थी हमारे जैसे लोगों को welcome करने के लिए. वो दुनिया सिर्फ exclusion के लिए और marginalization के लिए prepared थी. However, we were lucky that we had a family who wanted to guide us, who wanted to prepare us, who wanted to make sure that if we had dreams, those dreams would become a reality. We had experiences in our life where schools told us that they couldn't admit us because we have, surprise, disabilities. We had experiences where people told us that any grades we got were because, our mom was a teacher in the same school. Well, I guess my mom also had friends with the CIE and Cambridge because, we ended up getting good grades there as well. But in our experiences, every time we accomplished something, people thought that it happened out of pity or because people wanted to put us on a pedestal for inspiration. We realized that we did all of those things because we were prepared. We were prepared, we tried our best, and we dreamt for even more.
From a very little age, Khansa Maria, I'll tell you her story. छोटी होती थी, हमारी नानी थी, बेनज़ीर भुट्टो की बहुत बड़ी फ़ैन थी. तो कहती थी मैं बेनज़ीर वाली यूनिवर्सिटी में जाऊंगी. हम कहते थे तुम्हारा दिमाग ख़राब है, तुम यहाँ जा ही नहीं सकती. यहाँ पे कैसे जाओगी? ऑक्सफोर्ड हम अफोर्ड कैसे करेंगे ऑक्सफोर्ड की एजुकेशन? एंड टीवी पे ना बचपन में ईवान सदर के अवार्ड्स दिखाए जाते थे. दे यूज्ड टू शो द प्रेसिडेंसी डिस्ट्रीब्यूटिंग अवार्ड्स विद इन दैट. सो people used to get halala imtiaz, people used to get tamga imtiaz, and we used to be very impressed. And Khansa then used to say, nahi, nahi, ye award main lungi. And a testament to the persuasion and persistence of this sister of mine that I'm immensely proud of, she is the highest civil award achiever, halala imtiaz from Pakistan, and she's the first blind Rhodes Scholar that Pakistan has produced. So I believe, and seeing her life more than mine, is a clear-cut example of a road untraveled. If you take that particular route that suits you, and that persuasion leads you to taking certain objectives and meeting those particular objectives that you've set out for yourself, there is no way that you will be shackled. There is no way that you will not be able to achieve those particular objectives. And I'm sure that those chastizations from childhood that we gave to her made her even more strong in achieving all of what she has today.
कुछ ज़्यादा ही तारीफ़ें हो रही हैं, लग रहा है कि चपेट आने वाली है एक उड़ के. But on a serious note, I've had the support of my family, and I've had that push from them to become independent, which is something I've always wanted to do, whether that is getting financial independence or whether that is learning to travel alone from Pakistan to UK to the US, and also hopefully, going to Antarctica someday. That's in the plans. So those are the kind of plans that I made with the goal of independence, complete independence in mind. However, at the age of 18, भूत आ गया था हमारे अंदर, और हमने decide किया कि we want to travel abroad and we want to go abroad for our education because we wanted to explore new things. Different continent पे जाके realize हुआ कि अम्मा के cuddles के बगैर तो रात को नींद नहीं आती, और अली से लड़े बगैर तो बोरियत हो जाती है. So that is when we realized that independence itself is a myth. It is something we are taught to not enhance our potential as humans. Because at the end of the day, we are completely dependent on each other. While the dependence is different for every person, किसी को help चाहिए किसी stage पे आने पे, किसी को help चाहिए अपनी relationship issues को solve करने में, और किसी को help चाहिए क्योंकि वो अच्छा खाना नहीं बना सकता तो they want somebody to cook for them. In each of these big and small ways, we are all perfectly dependent on each other. But that does not make us any less independent. I am dependent on Ali because God knows I wouldn't laugh if it weren't for his teasing. I also am dependent on Ali because he always tells me to market myself better. Otherwise, I really wouldn't do anything.
As per me, मैं शुरू से easy going था. Like, she's talked about independence to begin with. She was this person जिसके पास कोई help करने के लिए आएगा ना, आओ खंसा मैं तुम्हारा हाथ पकड़ के road cross करवाऊँ. She would be like, नहीं 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 पीछे हो जाओ, मैं खुद road cross कर सकती हूँ. And I would have been like, आजो bro, let's make friends and please help me out and let's become best friends. So at the end of the day, both of us realized that like without people around you, without support from a micro level to any other thing, like for example, if we talk about cooperations, and if I talk about my experience abroad, we still had the Pakistan Student Association, where Pakistanis banded together to actually like look at their own culture. There was the Muslim Student Association, where people from the same faith actually practiced that particular faith. So at the end of the day, nobody was living in a vacuum. So this idea of holistic independence, individuality does not exist in our opinion. And we feel that if you have to travel any roads, if you have to pave any ways for yourself, you need facilitations for that. And however better those facilitations are, your objectives will be achieved in a much more better way. Like if a road is developed in a better way, you can reach a place faster. Same is friendships. If you have better friendships, however the difficult the route is, you will be able to take that particular route, in our opinion.
If my nani hadn't dreamed the dream of Benazir Ki University for me, and if my nani hadn't taught Ali a better fashion sense, God knows where we would be without that dependence. Which is why we are asking you guys to think about the people who are dependent on you in every small and big way, to help them, to guide their journey so that they can choose the roads less traveled. ऑब्वियसली वो रोड्स पे खुद ही चलेंगे, आपका काम है उनको फैसिलिटेट करना ताकि वो उन रोड्स पे अपनी बगैर किसी परेशानी के चल सकें. वेदर दैट इज़ मेकिंग श्योर कि अगर आप किसी को किसी कॉन्फ्रेंस पे इनवाइट कर रहे हैं, आप रैम्प्स बनाएं ताकि वो इजीली आ सकें, टू मेकिंग श्योर कि आप अगर किसी को बुक दे रहे हैं तो उसकी ऑल्टरनेटिव फॉर्मेट में आप उनको ई बुक दे दें या ब्रेल बुक दे दें ताकि वो उस बुक को खुद पढ़ सकें. सो दैट इज़ जस्ट फाइंडिंग डिफरेंट मेथड्स ऑफ इंक्लूजन एंड क्रिएटिंग स्पेस. दैट इज़ जस्ट मेकिंग श्योर कि अगर आप लोग प्लान कर रहे हैं कि आपने कॉफ़ी पीने जाना है और अगर एक दोस्त को चाय पसंद है, कॉफ़ी नहीं पसंद, तो कैसी ऐसी जगह पे जाया जा सकता है जहाँ पे चाय भी अच्छी मिले और कॉफ़ी भी अच्छी मिले. दैट इज़ फॉर यू टू क्रिएट स्पेसेस विच आर ट्रूली इंक्लूसिव एंड एक्सेसिबल फॉर एवरीवन. और ये कोई मुश्किल काम नहीं है, ये हमने तब नहीं करना जब हम ये इमरान खान और नवाज शरीफ के लेवल पे पहुंच जाएंगे, क्योंकि उन्होंने भी कुछ नहीं किया. ये काम हमारा अभी करने के लिए शुरू होता है. दिस इज़ द वर्क वी हैव टू बिगिन राइट नाउ, वेदर दैट इज़ बाय इंक्लूडिंग आवर फ्रेंड्स, आवर टीचर्स, आवर हाउस हेल्प. Anyone and everyone around us deserves that inclusivity regardless of the challenges that they have in their life. And that is what we've gotten from those around us.
Don't feel sorry that we can't see. Feel sorry what your ignorance is doing to us and millions like us. We would like to thank you for your attention.